Our next guest is a multidisciplinary artist who has written poetry for Versace, speaks to themes of self-actualization, and is full of confidence. We love it. And we love that we have Dae the Poet here in our Cityline studio for Black History Month to perform her poem, Dae Dreams. Go for it.
She is voguing, snake owning, French speaking, ass kicking, back flipping. She is awesome. She is confident in who she is, not just what she does. I believe there's who you are, then there's what you do. We often confuse the two. What do you do when the idea of who you are and what you do isn't enough to get you out of bed anymore? Like, I can't let this superficial success feed my soul or my head anymore. Like, it's been 3 months since I've done anything for anybody, including myself. I haven't written a single poem. All of my auditions feel like games. Every single proposition, I just blame, blame, blame. Maybe it is my outfit today. This pimple on my face, I'm just not feeling okay. I didn't want to do it anyways. Am I selfishly chasing a life with no guarantee or mandate? That's the artist's life. It's not till the end until you understand it. But now I have all of these people looking at me, telling me they believe in my dreams, when in the end, I know it is only conditionally, only when it's making them money. Us artists are seen like commodities. Stocks rise every time we present flawlessly. But no amount of currency could make this artist perform like she is the greatest if she's just not feeling the greatest. So I take my time, because money comes and it goes with the same people who came for it. I write these rhymes, because if this gift of mine can't even make me a dime today, then what is it good for anyways? Sometimes it feels like absolutely nothing, so I consume validation until I get really high. Problem with that feeling is it comes so fast and leaves just as quick. This is a social media generation fiending for a fix when the world outside our phones just isn't doing it. When the world outside my phone just isn't doing it, I sit with myself quietly until I feel like doing what it is that I do. I recite mantras aloud and dream of me. I say, if I can be anything, I will go everywhere. If I can be anything, I will go everywhere. I say this while dreaming of the future of me until I can see her clearly. I'd imagine she is voguing, snake owning, French speaking, ass kicking, back flipping. She is awesome. She has grounded her sense of self in so much more than material wealth. She is confident in who she is, not just what she does.
Have a seat. That was so inspiring. Like, I mean, you are all about confidence and sort of standing in that space. But what I liked about that particular piece is you talk about the vulnerability.
Yes.
You talk about the feeling of I'm not enough and getting past that. Like, how do you get past that? What
Honestly,
do you do?
I daydream, so that's what the piece is about. I find myself daydreaming. I've always been a daydreamer. Whenever I'm in a state where I'm not feeling comfortable or I'm not satisfied, I just dream about how it could be better. And I believe that if you can imagine yourself in that space, then you can get there.
You know what I think about daydreams? I think daydreams are manifesting.
Yes.
I think daydreams are visualizing the future you want to have. And I feel like because we're all stuck on our phones, we don't give ourselves the chance to drift away. And your brain needs to drift away sometimes, and that's what I got from your performance. It's incredible. Talk to me a little bit about your background, because you come from a poet too.
Yes, I do. My mother is a poet, and my stepfather was a poet.
Incredible.
Yes.
So was this the sort of thing you grew up hearing as a young girl? Were you writing when you were young?
I wasn't writing when I was young. I was more of a picture drawer, but my mom says that she would always catch me reciting her poems in the mirror, because she would take me to different competitions she would do. And so I would be reciting hers until I started writing my own when I was about 16.
Yeah, I bet she's so proud.
She is.
Yeah, I bet she is. Talk to me a little bit about the spoken word scene. Has it evolved a lot? Has it changed a lot over the years?
Definitely. When I was growing up, it was more centered around competition.
Yeah.
So artists would perform and then they would get a score after. And I think it put a lot of pressure for people to make poems of certain structures that had to hit at certain places so they could get their snaps.
Yep.
And the way that I've seen the scene evolve now is that it's more about community, creating safe spaces for people to share and learn each other and grow together.
It almost sounds therapeutic.
Definitely is.
Yeah, that's lovely because it's community and you're working through problems out loud and, you know, the audience is feeling it and going through the journey with you, which I think is really lovely.
Yeah.
You are a young woman and you exude so much confidence, and I'm wondering if you have any advice for any of the young women watching this show right now who might have that feeling from your performance that they're not enough, they don't feel maybe like they belong, they're still trying to figure out their voice.
Yeah.
What advice can you give?
I think it doesn't hurt to pick people to model yourself after. I've had many people over the years. I picked different people for different phases of my life who I am just a little bit obsessed with, and I think it's okay to see qualities in another person that you want to emulate for yourself, and really just study yourself, learn yourself, take time with yourself. I'd recommend people date themselves, you know? Spend time with yourself.
That's
really.
so wise. I don't know if it was Michelle Obama who said that, but I know there is a quote I always think of, and it's that you actually have to practice who you want to be. You don't just wake up on a Tuesday and you are the person that you've always wanted to be. You have to practice who you want to be. So I think that that is a good thing to get into, sort of seeing how you want to emulate. Talk to me a little bit about Black History Month and what it means to you.
The way I was raised, it's always been an opportunity to remember all of the things that were sacrificed for me to be here as free as I am. I mean, I've came here today, I've walked through the front door of this building, I've performed in this show, I'm speaking with another beautiful Black woman, and that is something to really celebrate. It's always been a reminder of everything that was sacrificed for you to be free.
And does that ever feel like a lot of pressure? Does that ever feel heavy to you? Like sometimes I think about the ancestors and I'm like, Tracy, do not even spend a second of your life complaining because you have got it so easy. But at the same time, we also go through our little trials and tribulations as well. So do you ever feel pressure or do you just feel like this is a gift?
You know, I do. But in those moments where I do feel pressure, I'm easily reminded that I'm living somebody's dream. Someone once dreamed of the simple things that I take for granted every day.
I love this. See, I love that we can be so inspired by younger folks, and younger folks can be so inspired by us. But please give it up for Dae. That was beautiful. Thank you.